Good morning, Julia. Good morning. Hey, Queen, Vodka, Joe, Free Pie. You know what I decided? I decided, fuck Beckett. I don't care about Beckett today. Hey, Sidonia. Beckett's day is coming. But I'll wait for Queeman's video. I just can't give a fuck about Beckett. I can't care. I can care. I just know it's gonna be some long ass thing. Hey, Commodore. You already know exactly how that talk went. Yeah, exactly. Nothing new. It's just, I saw like a second of it, and it's like, where Beckett will literally be a little mouse stuck in a corner with Queeman the cat facing him. You know? Nowhere to run. And then Queeman will just be like, we'll just let Beckett scurry away through his little cat legs. Through Queeman's numbies. Beckett just scurries right underneath the numbies. So until Queeman is truly ready to catch and kill, what is even the point? You know what I mean? I know, you know, we all know. Oh wait, let's see. Do you have that?
You little fucking rat!
You little fucking rat.
Listen, you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes. You're full of shit. Because you're a pathetic wretch, aren't you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
Colton, Leviathan's coming for you.
You deserve to be pimp slapped until your jaw's broken is one of the greatest lines of all time, and I'm never going to apologize for that. It's based as hell.
I'm a victim of Camden Gerard, dude.
Everyone please like the stream. So I'm feeling quite unwell today. So we will just be going one thing at a time. I will meander. I just took some edible. I don't know if I didn't eat enough. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hey, following. I just would like to go back to sleep for another season. But I had a dream that I for some reason ended up accidentally with a job at TYT. And I was like, this is gonna be very awkward when they see all the content I've done about Anna Kasparian. But yeah, no. It reminded me of Lestat and his mom are really taking a toll on you. Listen, Peter. Yes. Oh, Lestat was so good. I'm really super, super mad that there's Not any more episodes is fucking crazy. Hey, Gray. Hey, Peter. Hello, everybody. I was trying to think because I just really wish that there was more. All I want is more Lestat. But I don't have any more. So I have to think of what I want for goal content. Must think about it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Watch the OG interview with the vampire. Nah. They'll just ruin it. Hey, Harry. I feel like I don't want to. No, not Queen of the Damned. Nah, not Better Call Saul. There's some series eventually like Dark. I feel like it should be maybe a movie. I'm uncertain. Wait, let me see what because some of the songs that I played yesterday on YouTube got blocked. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so can't have come on. Okay, this I cannot have. Oh wait, no. My brain is so broken. Okay, I cannot have this one removed from playlist. I cannot have this one. But I can have this one. Which is cool. Couldn't have the Almost Monday. Only Wanna Dance and not out of Royal Blood Out of the Black. Hey Evie. No, not soap opera or telenovela. What about Supernatural? Peter's all vamped out. Let me see. The Polygamist. There's no gay incest. Okay, let me see where it's available. TGG Antics. Trying to stalk Hassan. Yes, that. It's one of those things where, like, Supernatural takes a little bit to fill itself out. Hey, Shani. How's the drama? We're about to find out. The show. The show, I mean. I never watched the show before. Years ago, we partnered with them for like mental health support. So I started going to conventions. And then I started watching it and I was like, oh, I get it. Stop it. Pac-Man did a video about it supporting Destiny and saying liberals are under threat or whatever. David Pac-Man can literally go shove his dick inside of food, what do you call it? Food disposal? Is that what it's called? A little bit more off the top for the tip. Food processor? Garbage disposal, yes. Just a little extra snip off the tip. This is such a cool video. What other videos did I watch? I feel like that I didn't. I feel like I did. No, I'll skim through. Data. What else did I play? No, can't play that. What was this one? I think I can play this. Nope, I could not play that either. Lame. I mean, 2 out of 2, I guess. Let's try the live version of Gift Horse. Let's see how that sounds. Hey, Dav.
Seen you exploding from who's where we're going, we don't need glue. Can he run in a tutu? He looks a little long in the go-to. Watch, mama, stick, go, far, watch, mama, stick, go, far, watch, mama, stick, go, far, mama, stick, go, far. Look at it go, look at it go, look at it go. My street sees our dreams are made. He's my dream like I just got paid. No joyride fee is free.
I feel like it's missing something.
We don't care what the people say. Cause he moves like a generator. He puts the foot down and see you later. Somebody call up.
I don't know what. There's something missing in comparison. Yeah, studio version is better with this song. Maybe.
Seen you exploding from chrome hooves. Where we're going, we don't need glue.
This is
Running a tutu. He looks a little long in the gold tooth. Watch, my, see, go, far, watch, my, see, go, far, watch, my, see, go, far, watch, my, see, go, far. Look at it go, look at it go,
Page Hazardous.
look at it go, look at it go, look at it go, look at it
Let me see where Supernatural is accessible.
My seeds, our dreams are made. He's my dream like I just got paid. No joyride fee, it's free today. We don't care what the people say. Cause he moves like a generator. He puts a foot down and see you later. Somebody call up the Undertaker. Handing out passes to meet your maker.
Ooh.
Mama, CC, go,
You know what's
Mama, CC, go, Mama, CC, go,
you know what's on Prime? All 12 seasons or 15, all 15 seasons of Supernatural. I feel like I need a little more time before I watch Buffy again. Okay, that's the goal. Buffy, I just need more time. I'm not ready yet. It's not a superhero thing. There's no heroes, okay? Are there demons? Maybe. Supernatural actually helps me get over my demon fears a bit. The movie Mother. I think I haven't watched it, but I know it. It was just used in an example, as an example in a video essay. I watch a lot of video essays, I think, about videos or movies. Nah, I don't. I'm not interested in American Horror Story. I rewatched it through recap form, through lengthy recap form, and that was good enough for me. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yes, that's the one I mean, Peter. I feel like Supernatural would be a good thing, but only Only if we get the goal. Only if people are interested. Only if we get the goal. Let's begin. Everyone, live, not top chat. Please like the stream. There are 9 people who have not yet liked the stream on YouTube, and if you do not, that means that you love Ethan Klein and you want him to sue everyone and win forever. We're gonna watch Sleepy's video. Ethan Klein suppressing his employees? Question mark, question mark?
Ladies and gents, how's it going? We've got some H3 content to discuss today. Over the last year or so, most of my coverage on H3 has been about their lawsuits. I've also expressed my feelings about Hila returning to Israel mid-genocide and then talking about how...
Actually, you're wrong! I looked at those files, I checked that shit out, and you are lying. There is child porn there. I watched the child porn. I downloaded it!
Commodore Chomp tipped $13.37.
Thank you so much, Commodore, for the $13.37 and our very first Numby for the Numby Queen. Thank you, thank you.
Tel Aviv, you wouldn't even know something's going on. And of course, she also posted numerous photos and videos on her Instagram story. It kind of felt like propaganda, frankly. But today, it's not about lawsuits, okay? We take a step back from politics. It's not about Israel. It's not about genocide. It's about the simple fact of workers' rights, okay? I think...
Nice.
No, I think to say it's workers' rights, I don't want to go that far because I don't think that there's anything that they're doing that's like inherently illegal. I think what's more important, and we're going to read this, 3 separate H3 crew revealing Ethan's restrictions on their personal streams, and Ethan suggesting crew is siphoning engagement from main podcast. So again, I'm joking about the workers' rights.
Like, woo woo. That's a woo.
Thank you, Chazardis, for being a gender person for 27 months. Very base and very, very pog. And that is our second Numby of the evening.
It's thing. It kind of seems like engagement from main.
Okay. Ethan suggesting crew is siphoning engagement from main podcast. Tamara can't collab with her crewmates outside of podcast. Harley restricted to do gaming content, not allowed to do variety streaming outside of H3 podcast. Love, no Taco Bell, no collabs. That's so fucked. Listen, as someone who has had in the hair industry, it's weird because people want to do like non-competes and stuff, but as a business owner, trying to stifle people from growing is a great way to lose everybody and to have nothing. Because ideally, people grow and expand and, you know, do their thing, and then you have new people that get involved, and you know what I mean. You shouldn't be afraid of people getting bigger and leaving your grasp. Like he wants them stunted.
Podcast. So again, I'm joking about the workers' rights thing. It kind of seems like he doesn't want them streaming or collaborating with each other without him. Perhaps it's out of fear that, you know, the audience might detect that the co-hosts and producers actually make a better show without him. It could also just be greed. This idea that I don't want you to go and benefit off of my name, okay? You work for H3. Don't
Literally
you
true.
forget it. It's something that I've also called out with Linus Tech Tips. We've talked about on my second channel how why is everyone leaving Linus Tech Tips? There's been numerous videos of this ilk where former employees talk about how they weren't appreciated, how there were restrictions on the type of content that they could make, the type of collaborations they could have, and also just having issues with compensation or renegotiation of compensation, especially in the case of this guy whose name escapes me. But while that's the case for the Linus Tech Tips people, okay, I don't know exactly what the case is with the H3 people. I feel like most of the people that have have been involved in this podcast have been with it for a while, other than like Tamara, who's like kind of the newbie. And I must say, okay, Tamara, we endorse Tamara, okay? Me and the Sleepy audience endorse Tamara, unless something fucking crazy comes out.
Okay.
But all that I've seen from Tamara is that she seems to be a very level-headed person. She's offered some pushback without going over the line where she might get fired. She's got a cool Instagram account, okay? She's got her cool art on here. I think this is all very awesome.
Yeah. She made those claymation things. It's very good with that.
So notably a
Hey Ursa, and you know, she seems like relatively young and not you know, the light of creativity hasn't left her eyes yet. He hasn't crushed it.
Tony user. We love that. You've got other co-hosts slash producers that I'm, you know, less fond of. Your ABs, your Harley Morensteins. You know, not exactly my type, but
AB fucking sucks. AB is a bitch. AB is a basically like a milking machine.
even they've spoken about having to be careful, having to be aware of not competing with the podcast, which personally I find a bit weird because H3 himself does not really make videos on the H3 channel anymore, like the H3 channel. It's all
Okay. We're not keeping the troll as a pet. 24 hours, Alan, okay? You're distracting. If you do not like disparagement, you should not be here. Do not be triggered. Don't go to places that trigger you. Hey, Alex.
podcast stuff and podcast clips. And I don't know how many times a week that they're doing the podcast. Be careful, having to be aware of not competing with the podcast, which personally I find a bit weird because H3 himself does not really make videos on the H3 channel anymore, like the H3 channel. It's all podcast stuff and podcast clips. And I don't know how many times a week that they're doing the podcast, but surely outside of the, 1 or 2 days a week that they're doing the main podcast, I feel like outside of those time slots, these content creators should be able to make content whenever they want. But apparently that's not the case, and we've got some clips to take a look at here. So let's start with Tamara can't collab with her crewmates outside of the podcast. Let's see what this clip says.
Video. A gaming video. No, I'm not digging. Okay, right now, the crew, we're not. No, I love Nate. We're not allowed to stream with each other right now. That is, and please do not clip that.
Oops. Now again, I don't want any smoke coming back on Tamara for this. Like, I hope not, at least, because this is her being honest with her audience. And I feel like if you're gonna put restrictions on,
it does suck. It does suck to be in a position where you cannot be completely specifically honest about what's going on, which is why I do not I'm never going to work for another person again.
Your crewmates, okay, on the people that are making the podcast happen, the co-hosts, the producers, okay, if you think Klein's gonna put these restrictions, you kind of gotta let them explain to the audience why they can't appear on stream, their personal stream, with the co-hosts, because otherwise...
Yes, the fact they can't even collab with each other off hours is wild. Ethan really is terrified of people being better than him. Yes, because he knows he needs the show to be all about him. He is the show. There is no show without him. But that's not gonna work out long term. I mean, in the long haul, you will breed resentment and burn future bridges with people who may not outshine you. You have to be okay with that.
As it is kind of confusing for the audience. Like, what, do you guys not like each other outside of the H3 podcast? Sounds like they do like each other. It's just that they're not allowed to stream together.
Oh my god, please don't. Please.
Oh man, she's like actually low-key scared. That's funny. Hold on.
That is, and please do not clip that. Oh my god, please don't. Please don't. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not.
Oh man.
Another example of a time where do not tell me things that you don't want me to tell other people.
Man, that's brutal.
Please.
Oh, bro, the regret is crazy. Again, we are a pro Tamara channel. Let it be clear, okay? We are pro Tamara. Next, I don't know who this guy is.
Interesting. Is that sarcastic? If he, that would be, okay, hold on.
If I'm being honest, that's not even like, I'm not trying to diss here. I've never seen him on the podcast.
That's so interesting because Love was such a pivotal part of the podcast for so long, you know? Like when he was gone, he like went to, I think he was hired, but he was still in like Sweden or wherever the fuck he's from. And so they made a little like robot for him to go around so he could be there without being there. You know? Like Love was like a beloved member of the podcast. And now the fact that Sleepy, who has done so much coverage on H3, doesn't know who Love is, just shows how removed Love has been. You know? It's like true. It would have been unthinkable that someday, like if you would, and I don't know why it is. I don't know why. But if you told people then that someday Love would be too ashamed to show his face on the podcast because of the monstrosity it became, yeah, no one would have believed you.
So it might be a producer.
Go to Taco Bell. I'm gonna order extra lettuce.
Oh God.
You know that now that I think of it, I might have to be a buzzkill. Cause low-key, that I guess that's become a H3 thing now. So I shouldn't do it on my stream.
What?
Going
The
to
whole
Taco Bell?
I'm not supposed to, you know, compete with the show.
Oh no. How could doing a stream where you go to Taco Bell and give yourself a fucking diarrhea parasite, how could that be competing with the show? Let's go to Taco Bell and get parasites that'll incapacitate me for a week or a month or something. Oh wait, can't compete with the podcast.
Oh my God, he can't get Taco Bell on
H3 thing now. So I shouldn't do it on my stream.
What?
The whole Taco Bell. I'm not supposed to, you know, compete with the show.
Oh my God, he can't get Taco Bell on stream because that competes with the show?
Hey, Shrey.
That can't be what he means here, is it?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't do it, I think. I think I might have to pull the plug on the idea.
What are these rules, man?
Which is a buzzkill.
Ethan Klein won't let his co-host get Taco Bell. What the hell?
That's so fucking crazy.
I'm doing like heavy math in my head. I don't think I can.
Wouldn't that be good for a main show if you cover with the casted on off hours? You gotta treat this like an ecosystem. Exactly. But that's what happens when people get like greedy and they want to like hoard and they think that they can freeze things as they can maintain this forever. No, you have to evolve. You have to be prepared to evolve as well. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna play it safe.
Yeah, it's a little bit more locked down nowadays, guys.
It's more locked down nowadays? The death rattles of H3 are ringing through the halls. Like the dying king in the crumbling castle. Everyone's gone. It's just him and his single leftover manservant.
It's a little bit...
Who is Dan?
More locked down nowadays. I don't know, like, just like these clips so far, like, kind of... It seems a little heavy-handed. Am I wrong? Like, I would hate for my boss to be like, no, you can't make content with your friends. No, you can't go to Taco Bell on stream. These are... If you do this, you're competing with the H3 podcast. Like, what the hell?
Like, and the fact that they are... Like, he sounds bummed. He's like, ah, shit. No, we can't do this. Love. But the thing is, I don't know what Love's situation is. But again, if he's there on a visa, he's there on a work visa through Ethan, he's fucked. He's stuck. You know? He's being human trafficked. I'm just kidding. But you know?
Like, we're not supposed to... That's why I can't stream with Tamara anymore either.
You can't stream with Tamara anymore? Anymore? So they used to, but they can't anymore? They were like, you're doing too well. People like this too much. How about you pay them to do it if you want it like an extended thing? You know? How about you just like, I don't know. That's fucking crazy.
Oh man, brutal.
And the other crew. Unfortunately.
Tamara is welcome on my stream.
No, it's a bummer. It's just rules.
Just rules.
I know a lot of people have been asking why I haven't been doing stuff with Tamara, and people are like speculating that we're like not friends, which is a bummer, which is obviously not the case.
Interesting. So the audiences, the individual audiences of the creators themselves that are also on the podcast, their audiences are questioning, why aren't you collaborating with Tamara? Like, are you guys good? Are you guys not friends anymore? And they kind of have to...
Yeah, and they don't know, they have to talk around it. They can't even explain.
This is cyberbullying. Anyway, numbies.
Thank you so much, Ursa, for the Canadian $10 and our third numbie of the evening. Very base, very pog. I will add that to the goal. Thank you, thank you.
The issue, because they don't want to mention that it's kind of like stated by H3 not to compete, not to collaborate together, which is, I guess, viewed as competing with the podcast.
Like, this is, like, he's just he's destroying his podcast. Like, the H3 concept is dead. You know? I mean, it has been a long time, but like, at to this degree, it can't become anything. It's just, it can only die. He's cutting off the blood circulation, you know?
That's it. Membership canceled. Brutal.
Yeah, I have people in every...
That's it. Membership cancelled.
That's it. Membership canceled. Brutal.
Yeah, I have people in every stream nowadays, like, asking why I don't stream with Tamara, and that's why. You know, I don't want people to like think we're not friends because of it. Yeah, I didn't think it was necessarily to say, like but I think at this point it is important to like explain why that's not happening.
Ethan is not letting you? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Ooh. That just really fucking sucks. It really does suck for love, you know? Everything, you know.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah. I saw Tamara mention it on her stream too. People over there are also speculating, of course.
Ethan saves you guys for the show and then covers you up with a 50-year-old woman who zooms in from landlocked state. Are they talking about Guam?
Covers you up? Zooms in from a landlocked state? I don't know what that means.
Trouble in Paradise? Are they talking about Guam? Interesting. Ethan saves you guys for the show and then covers you up with a 50-year-old woman who zooms in from a landlocked state. You know what, man? I might fuck with the H3 co-hosts and the H3 producers. It might.
Not Zach. Zach fucking sucks. Zach sucks. He's annoying as fuck. Nate is you know, he was down with whatever the fuck this is. He's more of a late comer. I haven't watched the show since Tamara's been around, so I don't know what her presence is like other than like Sleepy said. I saw her pipe in with the Charlie thing. And Dan is just fully, like, he is fully, like, whatever darkness he signed up for has fully eaten through his entire body. You know, he's just a husk. He's all dried up inside and empty. Oh yeah, Olivia sucks too. But it makes sense. At first, like when Cam first left, and Sam, and then Ian. At first, when people were leaving, you're like, why would you ever leave? Like, you know, like it seems like you guys all love being there. You know? But clearly not. Clearly not.
Might just be that these are totally cool, normal people, and they're trying to make some money. They're trying to be content creators. They're trying to grow an audience, and they're in this place where, you know, you're gonna say no as a up and coming content creator to a probably really lucrative position with Ethan Klein. Like, think about it, right? Like, I have a lot of criticisms for a guy like Nick Diorio because Diorio already had a stream with 1K concurrent. Diorio could have made his money without fucking glazing the fuck out of Ethan Klein. I don't know who to...
Not this much money, though. Not anything like this.
Mara is without the H3 podcast. I don't know who this guy whose clip we're watching is without his affiliation with the H3 podcast. Like, so like when I look at it in terms of somebody who has to work a job one way or another, like they're not already an established content creator who's making money on their own content, it makes it a little bit less easy for me to, you know, I don't want to say denigrate, but like to negatively load their affiliation with Ethan. Like, ultimately, all of these people probably want to be independent content creators.
Like, let's see. Zach and Dan. Well, I think Dan was there first. Dan was like the first person. And then I think Zach. And then I think Ian. And then Sam? Then Olivia? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember after that.
Would I be mad at them if they worked at a gas station and sold liquor and cigarettes? I mean, objectively, they're selling something that I think is negative. They're selling something that I think is bad. I also don't want to hate on someone for trying to make some money. Like, if you're already a Nick DiOrio type where you have an established audience, you've made money on YouTube, you're continuing to make money, and then you choose...
Nick DiOrio was not making 200K though, from his own audience.
To back Ethan Klein out of pure greed to increase how much money you're making a month. I find that fucking insane. But when I look at like a Tamara, who is somebody I wouldn't have found out about other than through this podcast, right? I can't really fault a person like that for trying to take advantage of this opportunity. Again, I don't think I've ever seen anyone on the show. If you guys are wondering why I glazed Tamara so much here, okay? I've not seen anyone else on this show push Ethan the way that she does in this moment. And I've certainly not seen Nick DiOrio do this.
And she is like a long time fan of the show as well, because she made those claymations. I think that's how she became like notable. She would submit these things. She became a part of like the community as a creative
sort of thing.
Wittingly repeating the stuff, like saying I have no smoke for Destiny is crazy.
I think he means no legal smoke.
Why would I?
Well,
why
we don't have a
for
legal
what?
claim to sue
I'm
him.
just saying I think that's what he's referring to.
But what?
Like, you can kind of see she doubles down like, no, here's what the complaint is. Why don't you have legal smoke for this guy when you have legal smoke for these other guys? And it's a fair question. And they kind of attempt to misunderstand the question, but she sticks with it.
What legal smoke? Why would I sue him? Why would I be suing?
And he's completely stumped. Why would he sue him? Because he's the one who made the statement.
I think that's what he's referring to.
But what legal smoke? Why would I sue him? Why would I be suing
Because he
him?
made. Okay, that was just
because he made, and then she cuts herself off because she realizes, okay, well, listen, I don't want to go all the way against Ethan. This guy's still my boss. This guy is still the guy that like I am on the team of, you know what I mean? So it's one of those scenarios where interpersonally, when you're watching people interact with, when you're watching someone interact with their boss, like this is one of the cleanest executions of she was able to get out her opinion in a way that was not super offensive, that did push Ethan, but she doesn't go so far as to probably get fired or, get reprimanded or some shit like that.
Yeah.
what I thought.
I mean, something needs to happen that would qualify.
Wait.
With Destiny, it didn't happen.
But everyone else.
It's not like what Ian did.
Which is insane. Like, what did Ian do? Ian just
everything. Okay, I said it before. I'll say it again. They are dancing around the fact, and they say it in this stream, but they try not to like really get into it. They're like, oh, the context, it was in it, people don't get the context, but they don't explain the context. And the context is that Destiny said that thing about Ethan and his kids in quote retaliation. According to Ethan and Hila, they called it retaliation. Why? Because of the videos that they put out about him. So they know it, but they don't want to draw attention to back in the day. They pull up the thumbnails, but they don't like look at any of it, They're like, what, this is in smoke? The thing is, they don't want to revive that because of Dan Saltman and their sponsor, Redact.dev. That's what it is. Because if they go back into that beef...
Thanks a million.
I'm excited. Ooh. Psych honors, that's the best.
Mayonnaise Monster tipped $20.
Thank you, Peter, for the $20 psych horrors. Very base, very pog. I will add the super chat to that as well. Let's see. Thank you. And we're at 5 numbies now.
broadcasted what Destiny had to say.
Everyone else assumes for copyright.
Oh, but yeah, so they don't want attention drawn back to the beef. But they also can't explain that because then people will go back looking for the context.
Like, this clip is the most fucked up shit you'll ever see. Like, it's insane. Like, how can you sue iDubbbz for showing what Destiny said but have no smoke for Destiny? It's hilarious. So yes, once again, we love Tamara.
It's because yeah, once again, because Ian had the audacity to throw it in his face when it wasn't in itself, you know, but they can't explain this context because then people will be interested in the old Destiny stuff.
On this show, okay, on the Sleepy Show, we love Tamara. We appreciate Tamara. We love what she's doing.
A lot of people, like people online, are speculating a lot, and it's usually wrong. So that's why.
Love sounds
okay, so that's another clip.
So downtrodden. Ugh.
Now the next one here is Harley Zoggenstein, okay, and this guy is Giga Ethan cucked, okay? Giga. He is one of these guys that outside of his success, you know, 10, 15 years ago with Epic Mealtime, has kind of had a hard time finding success, you know, on his own. And so he's partnered with neo-Nazis like Sam Hyde, people that absolutely hate Jews, forget about the state of Israel and hating Zionism and disliking the genocide, okay? Sam Hyde just hates Jews, okay? This is the type of content that Sam Hyde is putting out, okay?
Yes, and people were like, oh, he's edgy, he's subversive, he's whatever.
I just hate.
No. No. It was always just fucking point and seal clap, you know? Oh my god, I can't believe that he actually wore the nose. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's so fucking base. Okay, dude. All right.
It's Jews, okay? This is the type of content that Sam Hyde is putting out, okay? Listen, I find this deeply offensive and extremely racist. I mean, what do you say about this? Now, these guys end up becoming really fast friends, okay? And more...
What the fuck is up with Harley's face here? Does he have a different face? Did Sam Hyde just hit Harley in the face with a hammer? Sam Hyde being he was years ago, but more recently, I think he's been more, not that he wasn't mask off, but more like serious. He's like not even framing it like a joke anymore. Like when he did the Asmongold video or whatever that was for. But yeah, so many edgy boys thought Sam Hyde was so cool.
Morenstein ends up having Sam Hyde be his boxing coach. And this is no surprise. Like I said, Morenstein has not been successful in a long time outside of his Epic Mealtime stuff. He's a very opportunistic loser.
Also, I think it's very, like, people will do this, all right? People will do this. Good night, Queen. People will be like, you know, yes, I'm Jewish, but I'm also cool and I can hang out with Nazis and it's fine because I'm cool with it. I'm just cool, you know? That doesn't change anything. That doesn't make Sam Hyde think you're cooler. I'm sure it makes his tiny little peepee a tiny little bit harder when you subject yourself to that and just act as if nothing's happening. Just very embarrassing way to be.
User freak. And something that's really funny about Morenstein is that, you know, he's totally fine with working with a very clear anti-Semite in Sam Hyde. But then in reference to Anissa saying that Tamara looks like she smells like pennies, here's what he has to say.
She creeps me out for real. She looks like she smells like pennies, yeah.
I am sorry, but what the fuck is that?
Well, that's what I wanted to say. This is what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Because I thought
He is also, I mean, okay. Like, he did not look good here. But he looks way older here. That wasn't that many years ago. Was it? He doesn't even look like the same person. Is it like water weight? I don't understand.
Anti-Semite.
Pennies.
that's what I wanted to say. This is what I want to talk about. Because I thought about that, and right away I was like, whoa. Really went in on the Jew shit there.
Really went in on the Jew shit there. So Anissa saying that Tamara looks like she smells like pennies really went in on the Jew shit there. That's some anti-Semitism like times 1,000, okay? Fuck. Really went in on the Jew shit there. You working with Sam Hyde, who...
Like, does he drink? Did he used to drink? Does he presently drink? Because it kind of... It's a little... The puffiness, you know?
His opinions have been very, like, easily broadcasted public. Like, times 1,000, okay? Fuck. Really went in on the Jew shit there. So Anissa saying...
It's okay, though. Why? Because it's Sam Hyde. Yeah. Yep.
Tamara looks like she
And have
smells
more
like pennies.
edible.
Really went in on the Jew shit there. That's some anti-Semitism, like, times 1,000, okay? Fuck. Really went in on the Jew shit there. You working with Sam Hyde, who his opinions have been very, like, easily broadcasted publicly, okay? Everybody knows what kind of guy he is, what kind of content he makes, who he got dropped by, how he feels about the people that dropped him, okay? But yeah, Anissa, really went in on the Jew shit there. Shut the fuck up, you opportunistic freak. Harley is 41 years old. Okay, let's be...
That's it? Guys. And he just turned 41. Guys, me and Harley are the same age. I'm gonna be 41 in a few weeks. And I'm sure this is an old picture of him. Wow, that's rough.
Clear, this is not a young man. He was working with Sam Hyde just a couple years ago, probably around the age of 36. I'm sorry. There's no way that at 36, he was completely...
Hey, Vanessa. Epic Mealtime put him through the ringer. He looks terrible. Hey, Nas. Put pounds of bacon and whiskey into food. Yikes. Yeah, true. I got the Asian pedophile gene. Listen, is that normal though? What? Are you saying that's what a 41-year-old is supposed to look like?
Unaware of anti-Semitism. He had no idea what it was. But then at 41, okay, he's suddenly grown into this place where he can detect the anti-Semitism coming off of Anissa. Anyways, let's get back to the main topic that we have here, which is his comments about not being able to collaborate.
I'm not allowed to just chat.
That's so
I'm not allowed to just chat.
What does that mean?
Ethan bought the rights to me just chatting.
Ethan bought the rights to me just chatting. Isn't that awesome?
I'm not allowed to.
Now, if he's joking, you know, feel free to address.
You age gracefully by being correct. I like that. Hey, internet chick. Turning 45 next month and I feel better about myself. Good. As you should feel when you look at Harley. Listen, no fetus dumplings.
I'm gonna take this literally, okay?
That's so
me
fucked.
just chatting.
Just chat. I'm not allowed to just chat.
What does that mean?
Ethan bought the rights to me just chatting.
Ethan bought the rights to me just chatting. Isn't that awesome?
I'm not allowed to.
Now, if he's joking, you know, feel free to address it. I'm gonna take this literally, okay?
It's totally not.
allowed to just chat.
I'm not allowed to just chat. He says that twice, and then he goes, Ethan bought the rights to me just chatting. In a vacuum, would I think that this is a joke? Maybe. Probably, even.
It's
but
not.
Here's the thing. Tamara has said similar things. Oh, I can't collaborate with so-and-so because it's in competition with the podcast. I've been told I can't. The other guy who was driving in his car, he said he couldn't get Taco Bell on stream because that would be in violation.
Which is also, it's interesting because how come Tamara can do just chatting? Love can do just chatting. Harley cannot do chatting. But he also has his own show with Guam. But there's no reason. Listen. Well, the reasonable, if you were a reasonable person, what you would do is you would want to probably, if Harley was a talented person, you know, insert other person here. What you probably want to do with a valuable person that has a lot of room for growth, who could also be an asset to your show, you want to have a contract with them. So have a contract and, you know, revisit it after that period is over. You know, you can have stipulations, but, you know, their streaming growth, a guy like this, his streaming growth, I can't think of Harley in this context because I don't think he doesn't have to worry about Harley is what I'm saying. It's hard to think of it in this context because he doesn't, what does Harley have outside of this? Nothing. He just doesn't want more Nicholas Diorios out there getting money on the off hours that he should be bringing into his channel. Yes, Frankie is an asset to the show.
The H3 podcast rules. He couldn't collaborate with Tamara because and he was even addressing the fact that Tamara had brought that up. So again, now we have multiple instances of I can't do X because H3 said no. And our final clip here is well, let's just play it.
My concern is you guys are still like working on this show, right? Because it seems like you all are kind of like working full time as like streamers. I want to make sure you all know.
You guys see this? You guys see? You know, oh, he's just joking. I don't see a smile. I don't see a smile. I don't see a laugh.
And what are you giving them to do? What do they even have to do anymore? You used to do stuff. You used to organize things for the crew to do together and projects and stuff, and they would be busy and they wouldn't have time for streaming all the time. But Ethan just shows up, yaps, complains, and then what?
You guys are still like working on this show, right? Because it seems
dead serious. Even what's his name? The guy who's like the son. He laughs. Ethan doesn't laugh. Ethan doesn't even smile. Ethan restates what he just said.
Seems like you all are kind of like working full time as like streamers. I want to make
It seems like you guys are all working full time as streamers.
Sure, you all know that you have you guys have jobs here.
Hey, get back to work. Get back to work. This shit's awesome, bro.
Here.
So let me defend myself. I do have the.
Yeah, AB. Yeah, AB, you little dog. Defend yourself.
It's crazy that late last year, Ethan just took a month off the podcast out of nowhere. It's amazing anyone even watches anymore. Yes, he does do that. He does take long periods off. I don't know how is this even getting paid for? I don't understand. How are each of these individuals being paid on what? He's afraid that they're going to figure out the glitch that he has, and then they're going to take it away from him.
What's up, bitch? This shit's awesome, bro.
Here.
So let me defend myself. I do have the.
Yeah, AB. Yeah, AB, you little dog. Defend yourself, bitch.
What are you at?
Around 1,000, yeah.
What are you at?
Around 2.
Oh, this.
1,000.
AB, he's not looking for your flex. AB is also actually brain dead.
Now you guys realize those are potential memberships to our channel.
Oh my fucking.
Yes. 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 This is exactly what I was, you know, envisioning. Not envisioning. This is, I knew this is exactly what this, yeah, sue them, Ethan. Sue them.
God, bro. This is insane. This is fucking.
Not all money out there is just your money that hasn't been claimed yet. Not all money is just, you don't own your audience. If they want to give money to other people, that is their money and it is not your money.
Crazy. You guys realize you're siphoning revenue away from the H3 podcast? You guys realize that, right? You fucking you leeches, you fucking leeches.
Here that you're siphoning off.
Which is why we need.
He says it. He fucking says siphoning.
Siphoning off.
Which is
potential memberships to our channel here that you're siphoning off.
which is why we need to stick together.
What is, he doesn't. First of all, this is a good freeze frame of Sleepy's enjoyment of this. This is what they call having a scarcity mindset. It completely ruins people. Yes, exactly. There's no room for growth.
That was actually funny. Hey, listen, I can give a guy credit when credit's due, okay? You might be a little porch boy, but
Was it funny?
You're siphoning off. Which is potential memberships to our channel here that you're siphoning off.
Which is why we need to stick together.
That was actually funny. Hey, listen, I can give a guy credit when credit's due, okay? You might be a little porch boy, but listen.
Just saying.
Bro, he doesn't find it funny at all.
I'm just saying.
Let me be clear. Fuck you guys. Stop streaming right now. Redirect those fucking memberships and donations to me, okay? Daddy needs to fund another lawsuit, okay? Fuck.
You know, Sleepy should have that as an emote.
Yeah. I'm the one here with territory to defend.
I was like,
oh yeah, he's got territory to defend. Zog maxing. This is my shit. It's been my shit. And you people come along and you start siphoning. You fucking leeches.
Oh my
it's
God.
So awesome, bro. There's no way he's actually dead ass.
Yes, he is.
He's not joking. He doesn't feel like he's joking.
He's not joking at all. And he has no fucking idea. He has no idea. He is incredibly unself-aware. He's desperate to hold on, but it's disintegrating. He's not evolving anymore.
At all.
Just saying. You know, I'm the one here with territory to defend.
I was like,
yeah, he's defending his territory against these settlers.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Love went there, and then you says, you know what? I'm also going to steal money out of the coffers.
Well, I asked you.
Wow.
Love? The coffers? I just, like, he really thinks he owns all of his members. That's the thing. He thinks that all of that money that people give him is his money even before they give it to him. Like, that's just what is due. Like, just because he exists.
Oh, what a crazy concept.
My business.
Steal money. Maybe have you considered that the audience likes the individuals and they wanna
support them too?
Is that are you not making enough money, Mr. H3H3? Are you
literally
not making
actually true? Literally actually true.
enough money off the podcast? What cut of the sponsorships do they get?
That's true, actually. That's a good point.
Just curious. I'm just curious. You know that redact.dev sponsorship back there? Oh, you can't even see it because my fucking camera's in the way. You know that redact.dev sponsorship? Like, what cut exactly are they getting to that?
That's a good point, Sleepy.
I'm just, just wondering. Just wondering, Who exactly? Anyways.
I asked you first and you said, yeah, it's cool, so.
Okay, that's a good defense.
Yeah, that is a good defense. I didn't think you'd do well. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. If you find yourself in a ship that feels like this, start working on your plan B or just next step. I don't like saying plan B because there will always be a plan B. Always. You will never be with plan A. And plan A will never look like what you think it is. There is another, be ready for another change in era.
Bro, he's fucking kind of upset.
I asked you first and you said, yeah, it's cool, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Zach plays when he's when Ethan's about to lay down the law.
That's a good defense.
Bro, he's fucking kind of upset.
He is. He looks at those, he hears 1,000, he hears 2,000, and he feels like that's my money. I don't know how much sponsorships they pay a lot. He's like that guy who's mad that no one wants to buy his $100,000 Charlie Kirk statue. Bro believes he's entitled to other people's money. Yes, Skinny. Yes, that's incredibly true. I saw that. That guy's like, all my money is in this statue. Everybody's cheap, bitch. Please.
That's like low-key emotional response rate.
Advice worth heeding. Things can change and sometimes they can change quickly. Be prepared mentally if nothing else. Yes. And you will oftentimes not be prepared, but just understand this is a thing. This is always a thing. Nothing, you want to evolve into your next era. Are you going to be in this exact same era doing the same thing over the next decades? Into your 40s, into your 50s, into your 60s? Do you still want to be doing exactly the same thing at the same level 30 years from now? No. Evolve.
Right there.
Cool, so.
Okay.
I asked you, you said it was cool, and he's like, I guess that's a good response.
Steal money out of the coffers.
Well, I asked you.
Oh, man, he's saying that his podcast crewmates are stealing money out of his coffers, bro.
Of my business.
I asked you first and you said, yeah, it's cool, so.
Okay, that's a good defense. That's a decent defense. I think you guys should be streaming for free. Membership should be off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think you should do free labor. Because I think you should just do your content for free. Because I want to make sure that that money they would have spent on you gets spent on me. As if that money would have gotten spent on him. You think that there are people who... You think all the people who are subscribed to Love or whatever are, also, or would even have an H3 membership? That's fucking crazy. It's like you shouldn't even have the possibility of money.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Is that not crazy? Is that not a crazy thing to say? I don't think you guys should be making money individually. Absolutely not. No.
You need to be reliant on me. We need to devalue your labor by making it free.
Absolutely not. You guys should stream for free. Fuck you. That's insane.
I have free TTS on Twitch.
I think you guys should stream for love of the game. No donations, no TTS, no mem.
Fuck you. Literally go fuck yourself. That's so fucking disgusting. I cannot even fucking imagine that. Oh my god. I cannot fucking imagine that. There are people like this. There are a lot of people like this. But they end up tanking their businesses. That's so fuck. And also, saying this on the air to them, putting them in a spot where they're gonna have to, like, respond the most, like, I guess, favorably. It's worse than that. People could literally be subscribed to both of them, but he still sees that as his money. Fucking insane. This type of attitude completely destroys businesses. Exactly. I've seen this happen multiple times. The hair industry can really be like that.
Membership.
What the fuck? Yo, that's fucking crazy. Is that not crazy? Is that not a crazy thing to say? I don't think you guys should be making money individually. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. You guys should stream for free. Fuck you.
Pastry.
That's insane.
I have free TTS on Twitch.
I think you guys should stream for love of the game. No donations, no TTS, no membership.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I think you should do your podcast for free. What a fucking goblin. Jesus Christ.
And then see who's really still streaming.
And then see who's really still streaming. So he's saying, like, you guys are just doing it for the money. You don't really love streaming. Prove it. Prove you love streaming by doing it for free.
What? What does that even fucking mean, bro? Yes, they're gonna be. Yes, they want to grow their audience, but also, yes, they would like to make money. What a crazy concept.
Ethan is allowed to earn money, have money, set it on fire, use it to sue people, but they cannot receive money for doing a stream. They cannot do a regular stream and get a proportionate amount of money for their situation. Yes, they're his serfs. Exactly.
You guys should...
Oh, speaking of serfs, I saw that Lance put up a video about ABBA. There's essay allegations against ABBA from ABBA and Preach. Another one of Destiny's besties. I would have said, okay, I'll do it for free when you do. True, but then you'd be fired. But, you know, at the same time, could literally never.
Stream for free. What kind of nutcase is this guy?
Do it.
I did it for a long time.
Wait, did Tamara say it?
I think. I don't remember.
Look it up.
All right, anyway, who cares? Anyway.
Look it up. He's like putting pressure on them to do this.
Gonna be yes, they want to grow their audience, but also, yes, they would like to make money. What a crazy concept. You guys should...
The ABBA stuff, there's a third woman who he stealth and there are some damning DMs between them. Where would I catch up on that? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Stream for free. What kind of nutcase is this guy?
Do it.
I did it for a long time.
Oh, so Tamara did say you do it.
think. I don't remember.
Look it up.
All right, anyway, who cares? Anyway, I need to start my own off stream to compete with them because now there's all this money. Dude, they're stealing.
Now there's all this money. Oh, it keeps going. Okay, cool, vodka. Thank you.
Money.
We did?
They're taking.
Bro, he keeps saying stealing, dude.
It's crazy. That's fucking crazy. He's putting them in the he's putting them as their adversary. You know? He's putting them in the they are the enemy in this. They are doing wrong to him.
Dude, holy shit.
Now there's all this money. Dude, they're stealing money.
We did?
They're taking money out of my hands.
He's not even intending to say.
Because now there's all this money. Dude, they're stealing money.
We did?
They're taking.
Bro, he keeps saying stealing, dude. Holy shit.
God.
Now there's all this money. Dude, they're stealing money.
We did?
They're taking money out of my hands. And I needed to do is start streaming on my off time.
Then it's actually gonna be game over for all of us.
These clowns. If you're sub to them, please at least be sub to this channel also. Otherwise.
What the fuck, dude?
He's saying it so much worse than I would have even, you know? He doesn't even understand that he should be hiding this from people. That's how entitled he is. He thinks he's entitled to this attitude.
This is so crazy. What kind of like lack of confidence, lack of like, you know, pride in your own product do you have to be upset
Exactly.
that measly co-host employees, producers, okay, streaming on their, 500 viewer channel, okay, that's a problem for you? They're stealing from you? Jeez.
Otherwise, if I find out that you guys are, and I even heard Love was like, cancel your subscription on H3.
Yeah.
And do it, give it to me.
That's true. That's true. And I'm gonna put I'm gonna sneak in my my stream in the descriptions, like here and there. Secretly.
Oh, you it takes you to Love Stream. Yeah. You don't even realize it's opened a new window.
Yo, you will go to bed and wake up in Sweden.
Dude. He's so unappreciative. Man. Love as a crew member for the show has been such a beloved presence, you know? It's because of the love of their community that he came to the US, you know, and he continued even when he was over there. He was working and he had a little fucking robot that went around, you know? But Ethan treats him like he's just a fucking... He's just in a fucking warehouse. What, is that all that love means to you? Really? Like, maybe, you know what? If you were having a really big problem with this, what you would do is, for some reason, you would work something out with your employees in a way that also benefits them as well. And you're not just like, surprise, you guys should all cancel your memberships with them and give it to me. They're stealing you from me. You know? You can't just you have to unveil it like it's a, I don't know, it has to be moving forward. If it's really a problem for some reason, even though it's absolutely fucking not. He's timestamp and thumbnail boy. Yeah, so he would. But yes. Yeah, so he's the one doing these things, and so yeah. But he's obviously not going to do that. You know, I feel like I remember there being a lot of fun. There's no fun anymore. Who would have thought? There's literally, I can't even remember the fun, but I feel the ghost of them, of love, having fun, and you know, everyone loving each other or something. You know, everyone having warm feelings when they started doing live shows. You know, they were having fun for a while, but Ethan chased the creatives away. Now it's just hostages or newbies or people that suck also.
I like to think that some of that at the end was a joke. I don't want to take everything he's saying literally, but a lot of that.
Will go to bed and wake up in Sweden.
That's literally because he is in charge. If Love loses this job, he will not just lose his job, he will lose his ability to be in the US. So he wouldn't even be able to, he can't even get another job. He can't even just try to support himself with streaming. He will have to go back. Hey, Jess Belmont. And Dan is just a fucking husk. There's nothing in there anymore.
I like to think that some of that at the end was a joke. I don't want to take everything he's saying literally, but a lot of that was very clear indignation for what's going on. But
yes, but these are conversations you need to have privately behind the scenes, and you as the fucking employer have to pre-think. You have to think about what you want to happen. You don't just go and like complain about something that you are letting them do. You can't just go and complain about your own rules unless you have a fucking vision forward. You have to pre-think of it, pre-plan what exactly you want to happen and how it's gonna, what it's gonna look like. You can't do this. This is demented. Keep an eye on the sub count these coming months. What, on their sub counts? Or his? You can't, I don't think you can see his. Other than, you know, the YouTube channel.
I thought
oh yes, but speaking of liking and subscribing, you could do that too here. That would be very cool.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, first of all, there
are twice as many people watching than liking on YouTube. I just have to assume that means that you love Ethan and you want all of his indentured servants to be enslaved forever.
Basically independently said on their own stream that they can't collaborate with each other because of H3. We've had Harley Morenstein saying that his right to just chat has been purchased by Ethan Klein. Okay, he owns the rights to just chatting Harley Morenstein. And the other one said that he can't even talk to Tamara.
As if, what the fuck is Harley gonna do? What, how many people are gonna fucking, come on. Oh, God.
For similar reasons. Can't even go to Taco Bell on stream because that's an H3 podcast thing.
That's
but yeah,
crazy.
that's all I have for today. Ladies and gents, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Because I know, like, it used to be, the thing is that, like, Ethan and Ela would make, like, a show of generosity. Often. They were very visibly generous to their employees. Supposedly, it could have been all an act, who knows? But it seemed like a lot of times they were, like, legitimately grateful, and now they're just hostages. I remember when H3 was hovering 3 mil subscribers. Now it's H2.53. I remember them surpassing 3 million multiple times. So it's gone. I don't know how high it has gone, but it's gone. It's not like they didn't just start at 3 million. They got there and they lost, and then they pushed it a little over, and then they lost it immediately again. Yeah. Thank you, Sleepy, for the content. Okay. Okay. Now, what I was thinking to do, I saw this. Someone named Cringe Compass made a video, The Rogan Sphere Wives. And I am curious as to how this is gonna be. But first I'm going to pee. The wives aren't allowed to stream either.
Hold the phone, hit the hip, cheek to cheek. Push me away like I'm Lucifer, so to speak. My focus is on the cold, cold butter running down your neck and the sweat. Feet touch, brush say slow down, preacher man, the love won't start. When the beat is tough, they're gonna lose their thought. They told me 1,000 times, they said, soul boy, start.
Okay.
I put my middle finger and say, fuck you, watch. I played the cards that
I can't play Room is Burning. Copyright.
In this bitch. Turn a bad thing around and make it feel good. Feeling myself right now, really quit. King out the world.
I don't like heavier stuff.
Touch one when I hit the world, gonna go play. Gonna go to better when the planet get peak. Man, I'm gonna control the lead. I said slow down, stop and breathe, relax and inhale. Lost myself inside the spaces between heaven and hell. You see,
hey Raz. Hello everyone.
The human condition, excavate the soul, replace it with materialism. Hold up, watch it. Watch the kid, I'm in the cockpit. Baseline riff, it hits right in the pocket. Drop it, sick, the sick boy spit, drop it.
Let me do a quick chill. Guys, if you like the stream, you want more streams to happen, consider becoming a member, gifting a membership. If you have a Twitch Prime you're not going to use anywhere else, you could use it here. If we get to $69 minus YouTube's 3%, we will go to Kick after this and watch, start watching Supernatural from the beginning. And we are 5 numbies away from Numby time. If you can, if you feel like it. If you cannot or do not feel like it, thank you for being here. Please like the stream. There's a new 15-minute Reckless Ben vid. I saw that, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I think I saw it said something like, they tried to arrest me again.
And then so my story goes. Girl meets boy, let's go. Are the things they love and the things they do together. And then so my story goes. Girl meets boy, let's go. Are the things they love and the things they do together. And then so my story goes. Girl meets boy, let's go. Are the things they love and the things they do forever. Run like I'm Usain, true pain, new game, profane bars, I fat like W.com, like I'm Bruce Wayne, old game, new lane, propane, lightning strike like Barracuda, microphone abuser, cycle on maneuver, Tyson like movement, striking twice, choosing,
yes.
right, bruising, line of
I haven't rewatched it in a really long time, but I think but yeah, if I hadn't started working some of those conventions, I never would have watched the show probably. Oh, was it by you, Vanessa? The Reckless Ben protest. Cool, cool. Let's see. Now, we will watch The Rogan Sphere Wives by Cringe Compass. I don't know anything about this. I don't think we've watched any of their videos. Have we? The anti-woke comedy bubble is cracking. Did we actually... Did I click on it or did we watch it? Tim Heidecker versus unfunny comedians. Okay. I don't remember anything. Okay. Let's see. We got Akash, Tom Segura, and Bert Kreischer. The best wife guys in the biz, really. Let's see. Let me change this. Tom Segura. Her mom's house. Bert Kreischer. I swear these people, there used to be fun that happened. I swear. Listen, this wasn't just a mass hallucination we had, right? Right? It wasn't just a mass hallucination where we thought that fun was being had during the H3 show and the fucking Bert's cooking show that he had with comedians, and he like burnt himself constantly. Or the Your Mom's House memes. Good morning, Julia. I mean, they didn't come up with that, but they brought it to us. You know? Akash, I never really gave a fuck about, but Andrew Scholes was a person that was like, when he was a guest on things, there's like, oh, that's cool. Maybe we're just cringe normies. I can't even fucking tell. I can't even tell. I think it'd take, I don't know, it was just, it was like a different time. When things were, it was like newer and people weren't so goddamn entitled. Good night, Ursa. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, this podcast thing, huh? Everyone's having a good time. And now they're like Ethan Klein expecting, like, oh, that money's already mine. It's very strange looking back on things, yeah. Andrew Scholes started the avalanche of cringe conservative comics. Yeah, but I swear he did a faux woke thing for like 0.2 seconds, I feel like. At some point. He did something that was like different than the other guys a little bit, but I forget. They were just, I don't know. I think a lot of times you judged these figures coming in with the kind of dynamic they brought to each other's podcasts or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to remember, and it's very difficult to. That's a part of the... That's another thing. That's another thing why it's so fucking stupid how Ethan... with the way that Ethan runs things, is people love when people that they like collaborate together. You know, that was a big thing with these people's podcasts. They'd have a crossover episode and everyone would watch it. Is Schultz the guy that drinks a bunch during sets? No, he's the one with the fascist haircut. And he voted for Trump. And he's on the same podcast as Akash on the left here. I'm sure he'll be on the screen in a second. God is good. Yeah, Brendan Schaub. Hashtag never forget. See? There's a light tonguing. You know? And this is when, you know, by the time we started making memes, it was like to make fun of them, right? It was like a new, I don't know, comedian snark, when it first affected them, was very fun and fresh. He told his stupid fans to fuck off about Candace Owens, and then later on fucking supporters Trump and say yes. But these guys, they're not in the same reality as us. they went off into some other reality that they made up that they like better, and that they have the money to enforce the impression of.
Real relationships.
Okay. You mean Jug Stanhope?
Podcast culture loves to talk about protecting
Okay.
the family unit. It brings it up constantly, usually right before it turns somebody's actual family into 45 minutes of monetized content, 3 ad reads, and a thumbnail with somebody's face frozen mid-cry. Because that's the whole model of the Rogan sphere, that sprawling ecosystem of long-form, no-filter podcasts that grew up in Joe Rogan's orbit. It runs on intimacy, real names, real relationships, real overshares, 3 times a week. And for a long time, that was the whole appeal. Until the marriages sitting at the center of 2 of its biggest shows stopped being a bit and started being the headline. And this is about 2 couples, Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky, who built an entire studio around being married.
She had the balls to accuse me of being a psycho for watching, you know, crime shows.
Sure.
Do you realize that I'm in bed and I hear, and then I'm like, what the? And it's her just watching TikToks, watching like, I got 4 penny, and then you can catch it like that.
I have to tell you, this is more interesting than any television show out there right now.
Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen, whose marriage got pulled into a pod.
Hey Kay, though, this script sounds like AI to me. I just came in. Well, it's been 1 minute. It's definitely a real guy's voice. Let's let him make his point. I feel like he might just sound a little unnatural and the audio quality isn't great, but I don't know how long he's been 2 months. He's been uploading these for 2 months, so
Podcast feud.
I mean, AI writing is like based on writing, right?
Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen, whose marriage got pulled into a podcast feud neither of them started. A feud that,
like, I think it's, you know, with the mic quality, like I think that he'll probably get more comfortable, and and it'll come together. You know what I mean? It's like he's like a small channel too. I can't remember what his other video was and why would I have not subscribed? Did I forget? But I think it's more like I feel like when AI writing is like making these like, weird comparisons or like qualifications, and it's like, not only is blah blah blah, but also blah 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 blah, just and if it talks about breath or air. Didn't you find a guy? Oh, that was fried plantain, I think.
As of this year, has already cost you.
I have to tell you, this is more interesting than any television show out there right now.
Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen, whose marriage got pulled into a podcast feud.
Oh, but basically, well, I wanna hear his case. He's making a point, so whatever it is. Even if there's AI assistance, I have no idea. We are just starting. Still have a point. The thing I hate when it does is when it says, it wasn't just a blank, it was a complete blank, blank, blank. Exactly. people should, and I think, you know, it's gonna get even harder, but I think it's good to if some, I don't know, maybe if people who get AI psychosis get wrapped up in that, if they understood the way that, I don't know, the structure, no, that wouldn't help. I don't know.
Feud, neither of them started. A feud that, as of this year, has already cost.
I have to tell you, this is more interesting than any television show out there right now.
Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen, whose marriage got pulled into a podcast feud neither of them started. A feud that, as of this year, has already cost Akash the show he spent nearly a decade building.
This couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
But it's also about a couple standing just off to the side of both stories, worth keeping in mind the whole way through, who've been running that exact same marriage as content format for almost 20 years without it ever becoming a headline. Same ecosystem, same format, completely different outcome. That gap is worth understanding before you decide this is just how the story always ends. So this isn't really a story about wives. It's a story about a format and who does and doesn't survive it. Start at the beginning because the format itself has an origin story, and it starts with Joe Rogan. Back in the 2000s, when podcasting barely existed as a word, Rogan watched a young comedian named Christina Pazitsky
Okay, cool. We're getting some origin story. Thank you. Very cool. Because, you know, I don't like precisely, you know what I mean? I don't recall exactly how and when and, you know.
As a word, Rogan watched a young comedian named Christina Pazitsky do a set and told her, more or less on the spot, that she and her boyfriend should do a podcast together. The boyfriend was Tom Segura.
Well, you have to come when we have our new studio.
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
And we give,
my God.
I get asked about it a lot, interviews and everything. I always give credit to you because I remember you being like, why aren't you doing one? And I was like, I don't know. And then you saw her and you go, your wife is legitimately funny. Don't you think you guys could just sit there and do one? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I told her and she was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and then now that's all we do.
The three of them didn't even have a studio. The first 40-odd episodes were recorded on a leather couch in a Burbank living room
Red Band.
on the Death Squad network. With a wall unit air conditioner they had to shut off just to keep the audio clean. That show was Your Mom's House. It launched in October 2010, and the entire premise from day one...
See, they were relatable. They were not, you know, how relatable? Just, you know, having human problems. They no longer have regular human problems. You know, they're not like us anymore.
Was two people who were dating and then married, talking about their relationship on mic.
Good man, good moral character. He was consistent. I could tell that he was a good human, right?
Yeah.
But then like we started dating, and like I went to his apartment, and like he would just sleep on a mattress on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
At which point did you decide to get a bed frame?
She was like, you know, you probably should get a bed frame.
Right.
I was like, all right. I mean, I was 25.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know, whatever.
Is that a flag?
I remember meeting her because it's ingrained into my head. I met her on Sunset.
That sounds traumatizing.
Well, yeah, I thought she was a dude.
He's got a very different account of how it's like.
It was the only idea anybody had, and it worked so well that it became the founding template for an entire genre, podcast as marriage, marriage as podcast, indistinguishable by design. That template is really what this video is about. Not two isolated dramas, but a format Joe Rogan personally suggested into existence that went on to shape how an entire ecosystem of comedians think about what a marriage is for. Segura and Christina P. took that template and ran with it for 16 years. They married in 2008 and built Your Mom's House into the foundation of something much bigger. YMH Studios, a whole network that grew out of their original on-mic chemistry, eventually home to shows like Two Bears, One Cave and half a dozen other comics. Over 16 years, the show built its own internal language for that marriage, running bits, inside jokes, a whole cast of recurring internet weirdos the hosts nicknamed and adopted as honorary regulars, the kind of shared vocabulary that usually takes a family decades to build. Except here, the audience was fluent in it too. That's the real product YMH was selling.
Yes. That's true. That is very true. It wasn't just like them. It wasn't just them individually. It was everybody together. You know, there is no good morning to Julia. Well, there is in real life, but that, you know. But there is none of that for us without all of us.
Intimacy. A marriage you got to sit inside of twice a week for the price of an ad read. These days, the studio is also home to Tom's Netflix series, Bad Thoughts, up for 2 Emmys this year, and Christina's own cosmetics line and solo podcast.
I didn't know about either of those things. Also, why? That's my question. My question is, why would you? Wonder how that's going. Why would you? Is it like branded after you? Is it like you just, is it like a separate from you as a personality? Or is it just like, this is Christina P's makeup? The way that like Pokimane had those cookies, you know? Solo podcast, didn't know existed.
The company outgrew the marriage in scope. It never stopped depending on it emotionally. July 13th, 2026, TMZ reported that Tom and Christina had quietly separated after 18 years of marriage. Sources described it as amicable, happening within the last couple of months. A source close to
it just happened within the past couple months.
Them called the relationship special and productive, and said they're taking
special and productive.
Different paths, called the relationship special and productive, and said they're taking different paths while staying devoted to their children. No public statement, no reason given. But the timeline, once you look at it, was already sitting there in plain sight. According to reporting since the split broke, the last episode of Your Mom's House, where both of them appeared together, was episode 856, published back in late April, nearly 3 months before the news went public. After that, they started recording solo. And on the July 13th episode of Two Bears, One Cave, released the same day TMZ broke the story, some fans noticed Tom wasn't wearing his wedding ring, after consistently wearing it in episodes before that. None of that proves anything on its own. It's just what happens when your entire audience has spent 16 years being trained to read your body like a script. A missing ring is the first time the habit of overreading the show happened to land on something real. And still, the plan, according to that same reporting, is to keep co-hosting Your Mom's House regardless. After announcing a breakup, how does one unlaunch a media company built on the premise that you're a couple? Before we get to the messier story,
How many episodes? What do you mean?
it's worth zooming out for a second because none of this is actually new. Reality television figured out marriage as content 2 decades before podcasts existed. The Osbournes put a rock star's entire household on MTV in 2002 and basically invented the modern celebrity docuseries by accident. A year later, newlyweds Nick and Jessica turned an actual marriage into appointment television. And when that marriage...
Oh, you mean for today? I'm just taking it one by one thing at a time. We're $31 minus YouTube 30% from watching Supernatural. So I'm just gonna, go with my heart.
Marriage officially ended in 2006, The divorce played out across the exact same tabloid ecosystem the show had spent 2 years feeding.
God, I would never want to have a public relationship like that. Ugh. All history? Huh? I don't know what that means. That would be fucking miserable. And then a public breakup too. All sounds terrible.
Kim Kardashian's 72-day marriage to Chris Humphries in 2011 wasn't even pretending not to be a television product. The cameras had been there since the wedding invitations went out, so the Rogan Sphere didn't invent this format. It just changed 2 things about it. There's no network anymore, no editors, no legal team building in a 6-month broadcast delay. A marriage can go from the whole bit to the headline in the time it takes to record an episode. And it's not one camera crew controlling the footage.
I think that edible's starting to kick in.
It's the couple, plus every
I've been consistently taking more.
commentary channel, every clip account, and every stranger with a grudge and a ring light, all editing the same marriage in real time with nobody actually in charge of the final cut. Now the messier version of the same problem. Akash Singh's wife, Jasleen, co-hosts her own show, Main Character, with her friend Nehal Tanani, where she talks openly about her life.
A lot, and I'm a very committed dog.
You know what I'm noticing that Cringe Compass does that, like, not really a lot of other commentary channels do? You know what the difference is? And I appreciate this very much. He, is talking about the women as if they're people. He's saying what their names are. They were like, oh, this is how this came about. He's treating them all like they're actual individual people. Hey, Miz. Started with a comment he made during a show. What comment? So I appreciate that about Cringe Compass. It's funny. It's like you don't know necessarily what's missing until it pops up. Like, oh, yeah, that is true. Like, you know that people don't treat women as people like a regular person a lot of times. But you don't necessarily... it's hard to visualize what that really means until you're like, oh, that would be normal. Yeah, okay.
Mom,
continue.
And
About her life.
a lot, and I'm a very committed dog mom. And
Except when Akash comes home from a very rough weekend, did like 3-4 shows, and she goes, "Can you walk happy?" I'm tired.
Honestly, yes, retweet, but also Akash hasn't been doing for Happy this week because he's been sick. I did the interview, then went to the emergency room. That's how tough.
Oh, that no one would care who she was anymore when they were having kids, so it didn't matter if they moved. Oh. During a show, like their reality show? Oh, hell no. Oh, absolutely not. I would dump that man on his fucking head. I would literally... What, he's a basketball player? I would literally find a way. I would get one of those tables. You know those tables where you can, like, make it go... like flip all the way to one side or the other and secure it in a place. I would literally put him on one of those boards and flip him upside down and kick him in the head. I would be like, no. Nope, absolutely not. Fucking disrespect. Cunty has consequences.
Guys feel like sissies truly when they're sick. Like, it's a little cool. It's like, oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans. But
I do it, but I'm like, here.
Man up.
Man up.
That candor mostly stayed inside her own audience until November 2025, when a YouTube commentary channel built an entire video around clips pulled from her show, taking her personal stories out of context and putting them in front of a much bigger, much less friendly crowd. Fresh and Fit and Flagrant aren't the same show, but they share a chunk of the same audience. Young men who listen to both, sometimes in the same afternoon, for very different kinds of advice about women. Which means when one show calls the other out, it's a fight inside the same room. Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast saw it, and Gaines had an old score to settle. Back in January 2022, Akash and his flagrant co-host Andrew Schultz had gone after Gaines and his co-host on their own show, calling their content corny and childish.
Which is true.
And accusing them of setting a bad example.
I looked into what you guys are about, and a lot of this just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talk about how doctors ain't for 45 minutes.
That grudge sat there for 3 years. Jesslyn's clips gave Gaines an opening, and he took it.
Because he was like, I'm pretty sure they were right because it's Myron Gaines. It's Fresh and Fit. Whatever they say is gonna be wrong. It doesn't take a lot. If you're disagreeing with them, then you're probably right.
First with a 2-word comment
On the show, that's terrible. Ugh.
under the video. Then a wave of posts that escalated years. Jesslyn's clips gave Gaines an opening, and he took it.
Oh, was
First
it
with a
Myron
2-word
that did
comment
this?
under the video. Then a wave of posts that escalated fast.
Oh, so Myron is he the one that started this? Man, and ABBA is falling. We'll cover ABBA tomorrow. What a freak. There's a reason why he was such kindred spirits with Destiny.
With explicit insults about Jesslyn that multiple outlets flatly called misogynistic. Worth noting, before any of this, Jesslyn wasn't some random target. She has a finance degree, a master's in business journalism, and time at Goldman Sachs and Deloitte on her resume. None of that mattered once the clip economy decided what role she was going to play. The strategy, stripped down. You can't easily get to Akash directly, so you go through his marriage instead. Here's where it breaks from the usual script. On November 11th, 2025, Jesslyn posted her own response. Not an apology, just her on camera, saying that Red Pill podcast guys were dissecting her marriage and that people online were buying into it. She didn't walk any of it back. She defended making jokes with her own husband and pointed out that nobody had a problem with it when Akash joked about her from a stand-up stage. 3 weeks later, on December 3rd, the two of them sat down together on Flagrant to address it directly, on the record, in front of an audience instead of through dueling social posts. It was, in its own way, an attempt to take the story back from the clip economy that had been telling it for them.
That's not happening.
She had a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I was a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Until I met him, and then after I went and had sex with a bunch of people over the year before we got to... No, I have no idea what the case is. I was just saying, she could have met him at any point.
Yeah. All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke.
Oh, God. It's just, you are literally, no one made you do this, okay? You did not have to go onto the show and talk about how you would be insecure if your wife had any bodies. Like, he's the one that was talking shit to Fresh and Fit, and he's literally just being like, yeah, no, they're right. Yeah, they're right. I'm scared about being a cuck and pathetic wretch cuck. Hey, Kagod, why would you say that? Why would you say, oh, this? Yes.
Right. Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I
would absolutely feel insecure. You're all fucking, you're not You're not even real people. Hey, Snow. Oh, Interview with a Vampire. It's such a good show. First 2 seasons, Interview with the Vampire. New season, The Vampire Lestat. It was so good at the end. It was like a little slow to start in the episodes, but it got fucking crazy. And I wish that there were more than 7 episodes. All I hear is I know I can't compare. Yep. I still laugh at when Sneeko talked about his girlfriend hooking up with another guy in front of him, said it was a terrible experience, but that all men should do it. You know what? That was, you know, he shouldn't have said it. But that's because, not because there's necessarily anything wrong with that, I guess, if he is that like a thing where becoming a man, part of becoming a man, like doing ice baths and watching your girlfriend hook up with someone else and feeling like a cuck? Yes, it is on Patreon. It is. Oh. Good points. Oh, I didn't upload the most recent one. But here's the full collection. Thank you to all my paid patrons who make it possible for my Patreon to be all at free tier. But I will upload the final episode. We rewatched the prior episode and then watched the last episode. So, but holy shit. There's like some kind of entitlement too, you know, like with Ethan, where it's like you feel like you should be able to say anything publicly, you know, and recorded or live. You think you should be able to say anything and it not bite you in the ass? That's just like physics. That is like that is a rule of physics, okay? Anything you say publicly recorded could be used against you. Should it be? No. But that's just what it is. It's like gravity. It's gonna happen. You know? Don't jump off a building. Don't tell the internet that your kids have Giardia. You know? That kind of thing. Don't talk about being insecure about not being able to compare to other guys.
No.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here? Right. Because I would have been insecure about it. But
okay, so would you not have married your fucking wife if she hadn't been a virgin? Do you know how deranged that makes you sound? Like, my wife that I've been with for however many years, who's right here next to me, I would not have been with my wife, who is here and out of my league in the looks department, if we're being honest. Everyone sees clearly, you know. I am going to, if she had slept with a single other guy, I would have been too insecure to lock her down. Why? Is it because she's worthless? No, it's because I can't compare. She's ruined for me. That's just crazy. Like, he really gives the game away. You know? Because that's all that it is. Anytime you hear a guy be like, if she's not a virgin or if whatever, it's insecurity, you know? Like, all things being the same, not having current sexually transmitted infections is that what they call it these days? Is that what the kids call it these days? And they're not pregnant or you know? But it's literally, can you imagine saying that you're too insecure to be with someone who says that they love you? Does she love? I don't know. I don't know how this would, you know? Both their personalities are dog shit. Yes. Yes. But it's just, like when you say it out loud, when you lay it all out, it is very clearly pathetic and you need therapy. Anyone else that's like this, it's only because it's only because you're a man in this situation and in this that space and whatnot. That ruling your life, that's such a pathetic way to be.
I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, so it's all of us. It's not like talking.
Yeah, that is stupid.
It didn't fully work. The internet kept dissecting it anyway. New clips, new timelines, new arguments.
Oh yeah, because she said that she would want to have an orgy with her co-hosts and her husband. Yes, I knew. I understood that Akash would be there somehow. When she said orgy, I was like, yeah, that's she thought that was going to be a softer way when it's the same. It's the same thing. You're still saying that you want to have sex. Ultimately, it's all about having sex with her husband. Yeah.
About who said what and when. For about
Which
a month.
also have to take responsibility for the shit that you say. Be nice if you could say anything. Be nice if you could share anything about yourself and it not bite you in the ass. But that's just not how that works. So.
The private person married to a comedian was the main character in someone else's culture war, whether she'd signed up for it or not. And here's the part that makes this a genuinely different case study from Segura and Christina. This one has a body count, metaphorically speaking, of course. On May 6th, 2026, Andrew Schultz used a flagrant episode to announce that Akash was stepping away from the podcast, the show the two of them had built together for nearly a decade. Schultz called the exit bittersweet. He said Akash really went through it earlier this year and framed the departure as Akash choosing to work on stand-up full-time, pointing to a sold-out Radio City show and a touring calendar that had exploded over the previous few months.
As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year. The experience has put things in perspective for him. And he's made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet. You know, we wish that he did not want to do that.
That's the reason on the record. It's also true that Akash had barely appeared on the show for months before the announcement. Roughly the same stretch of time.
I forgot. He turned into a little puffy-faced man, you know? Like a puff pastry face.
Not want to do that.
That's the reason on the record. It's also true that Akash had barely appeared on the show for months before the announcement. Roughly the same stretch of time his marriage had been the subject of a feud, whether he liked it or not. Whatever the exact cause, the outcome is the fact that matters here. A comedian left a 9-year-old show he co-created months after his wife became a punchline in somebody else's feud. This feels like traceable backfire, whether or not he signed up for it. Now, before this starts sounding like every marriage's content arrangement in this ecosystem is doomed, it isn't. And the counterexample is sitting right...
Okay. I feel like this is gonna be famous last words for Cringe Compass here. Because I am sure Leanne... I think Leanne's gonna be over it. She's gonna see Christina living her best life, thriving after Tom, and she's gonna be like, why am I dealing with this man who's about to go back to drinking after he had to stop for health reasons for 5 months? You know, he's about to go wreck himself all over again. So, you know, Godspeed, Leanne.
Inside the same network. Bert Kreischer co-hosts Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura under that same YMH Studios roof.
But Leanne also isn't like she has a podcast, but I don't think anyone watches it. Like, not the same people. Like, I don't know who watches it, but not anyone who's invested in snarking comedians. Oh yeah, Bert Kreischer. Okay, Bert Kreischer's the alcoholic, yes.
His wife, Leanne Kreischer, has spent years running her own show called Wife of the Party. Over 400 episodes, at this point, still going, still just her, and a rotating cast of friends and guests talking about marriage, parenting, and being married to a man whose entire public persona is built on shark attacks and shotgunning beers. She's also the COO of their production company.
It would probably be like pretty educational, I think, if like listening to her podcast. Probably learn a bit about them from a different angle.
A producer on his stand-up specials, and co-owner of the comedy festival they run together. In other words, she's not a character inside Bert's business. She is the business, at least half of it on paper, as well as on mic. That's a meaningful...
How is that different from Christina? They're married. I'm sure they both own the podcast.
In other words, she's not a character inside Bert's business. She is the business, at least half of it on paper, as well as on mic. That's a meaningfully different structure. Jasleen has her own show too, but main character was built as her own separate lane, and it still got treated as raw material the moment an outside party needed a weapon. Leanne's show is that same kind of separate lane, and so far nobody's aimed a feud through it.
Because there's literally, it could easily happen. The only reason is because she doesn't seem controversial. She seems pretty boring. Based on what we've seen, we haven't seen anything. She's not Christina. Christina is a different person. She's not Jasleen. She's kind of like I think people see her as like pretty inoffensive. Like I don't know. I haven't watched her podcast, so she could be very interesting and insightful in all of these things. But no one's interested in that. But that doesn't mean that people on the internet couldn't get interested for a reason. For one reason or another, it could happen. The only, like, people don't care about her wife of the party. Ah, fuck. Where was I? God damn it. Okay. Let me see. Ah. Let's see.
People of the internet, did Bert cry?
Wife of the Party podcast. Okay. 69.1K subscribers. The end of our 15-year Girl Scout journey. Justin Halpern's story behind Get Lost. Book Club. My Friends by Friedrich Backman. Dating, burnout, self-worth. 1 year menopause health update with Denise Rexer. No one's watching this. Yeah. 1.2K, 1.1, 940, 1.7. You know? Rosebud on Fully Baked and Motherhood. Oh. She's an actress, right? Oh, and it's a shared thing. It's a collaborated YouTube video. So this is all like suburban house, well, not housewife, but you know what I mean? Mom stuff. No one's interested in that. So like there's no reason she's not involved the way Christina is. And Jasleen, I mean, all the stuff that she said, yeah. Yes. And like, you know, it's not like she's it's not like she doesn't know how the internet works. She's saying the things that she's saying on camera. She's editing it. She's putting it out. No one's making her do that. So whatever the case is with Akash and Jasleen, each thing that they upload, at, you know, like she's fanning the flames. Yes, no one cares about menopause videos in the comedy podcast viewer world, or comedy commentary snark world.
A feud through it. Maybe that's the end of Separate Lane, and one separate lane, and it still got treated as raw material the moment an outside party needed a weapon. Leanne's show is that same kind of separate lane, and so far nobody's aimed a feud through it. Maybe that's the format working the way it's supposed to. Maybe it's just that nobody with a grudge and an audience has gone looking yet. The honest answer is, we don't know which, and neither do they. That's not a knock on the Kreischers. By every available account, this is just a normal, functioning marriage that happens to also be great content.
Is it? Is she the content? I don't think she's the content. She's not like even... I don't think people really think about her. Do they? Hey, brother. I feel like he talks about her like he talks about like his mom or something, you know? Like she's his carer. She's his enabler. You know? So if she doesn't want to do it anymore, like if she doesn't mind, okay. But how many times can he, like, it sounds like, based on what Bert said, she could, maybe, this could be the last straw, maybe, I don't know. I'm making this up in my head. I'm just guessing. I don't know anything about these people. But, with everything that he says, and, what a selfish, narcissistic, chaotic, reckless situation he is, maybe she will be tired of it. Maybe she'll be tired of him drinking himself to death. Perhaps. And again, maybe she'll see Christina living her best life, single, not having the burden of Tom, and maybe she'll think about what freedom might taste like.
Bert's whole public persona runs on chaos and spectacle, bar fights, wild travel stories, shotgunning beers on stage in front of thousands of people. Leanne's show is the control group sitting right next to it, steady, unglamorous, still running after all these years, doing the comparatively...
I mean, it would not be running if not for Bert. I mean, she's making content for, you know, for a small amount of people, like comedian wives and her friend. It just seems like she's doing it for her friends and for the, you know, the handful of wives that are around, I guess, whose husbands are fans, or maybe they're fans of both of them still. I don't know. Hard to relate.
Boring work of just
Tonga is my brother.
Talking about a marriage without needing it to be a crisis. It's a reminder that the risk this video keeps describing is a structural exposure. Some couples carry it for 20 years without ever finding out what it costs. Others find out on a Tuesday from a stranger with an old grudge and a ring light. Put those 3 cases side by side, and one variable actually seems to matter more than the others. Who's holding the pen when the story turns? Segura and Christina co-own the studio, so even a breakup gets processed through channels they still control. The Kreischer's show is entirely Leanne's, run on her terms, with no outside party who has a reason to weaponize it. Yet.
This is not her own thing. Okay, yeah. It's a weekly podcast. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that this, you could really say that she has this in comparison to, you know, Bert's podcast stuff, you know? I don't think it's comparable.
Jasleen owned her show too, and it didn't matter, because the attack came from a completely different platform, with its own audience and its own agenda, one she had zero editorial control over. The risk was never really about whether you talk about your marriage on a podcast. It's about how many other people...
I guess, you know, maybe it's because as a streamer, I have a little less sympathy for edited videos. For, like, if you put up videos that you edited yourself and on purpose and, like, I don't know, someone didn't sabotage it or some kind of thing happened, you know, at an accident. If you intentionally made a video and uploaded it, then, and you know what's in it, I don't know, I don't feel that bad for you. Or maybe, okay, not that I don't feel that bad for you, but just I think it should be noted. It should be noted.
People on how many other shows get a vote in how that story ends. Line all of this up, and the pattern gets clearer, not simpler. Segura and Christina turned their marriage into a brand on purpose for 16 years, and when it ended, the brand had nowhere to put the news except back into the same machine it always used. Akash and Jasleen didn't build their relationship into a product the same way. The attack came from outside, from a rival podcast looking for leverage in an old fight, and it ended up costing Akash his job. The Kreischers are running the exact same format, and so far it's just fine. 3 different outcomes.
So far it's just fine.
One format, wife is content, wife is scandal, wife is apparently stable normal thing. What connects them isn't that marriage content always fails. It's that once a marriage becomes a recurring character in a show, nobody involved, not the couple nor the network, actually controls what kind of episode it turns into next. It's also worth asking why this particular kind of content keeps winning, because it's not an accident and it's not really about comedy at all. Platforms don't reward funny. They reward watch time and reaction, and almost nothing produces both like a real relationship going sideways in real time. A joke gets a laugh, and the viewer moves on. A marriage in trouble gets a comment section, people arguing about who's right, sharing their own divorce, tagging their friends to come look. Nobody puts that in a mission statement. Everybody who's ever chased a trending topic already knows its inherent value, which means the incentive was never keep your marriage healthy. The incentive was always keep the marriage legible as a storyline, and those 2 goals only look identical until the day they don't. There's a term for part of what's happening on the audience side.
Okay, I will say we didn't necessarily need all of this other stuff.
And it's older than any of these shows. Media researchers call it a parasocial relationship, the one-sided bond an audience forms with someone who has no idea they exist as an individual. Two researchers coined the term back in 1956, decades before podcasts, to describe how people related to radio and television hosts. The clip economy industrialized that feeling and pointed it at people's actual spouses. People who have listened to Tom and Christina bicker on mic for 16 years feel like they're owed an explanation neither of them has given. People who watched Ghislaine get dragged through a feud she didn't start now treat her as a symbol, proof of whatever argument they already wanted to win about dating, about marriage, about who's allowed to talk about their own life in public. None of that is really about Christina Pazitsky or Jocelyn Singh as people. It's about an audience that was trained episode after episode to watch other people's marriages as a storyline, and now can't quite turn that habit off just because the story got real or expensive or landed on somebody.
I mean, that is, I don't know. That's how it goes, I guess. I don't know. There's also, I think it would be different if they still had, you know, all the same fans. Hi, Frankie. We are 5 numbies away from Numby time, by the way. If it was the olden times before people started hating Tom Segura, it probably would be different. People might have been more invested. Now I feel like people are, you know, it seems like... Hey, Frankie. Like, I don't think people really hate Christina. Like, they might not like her, but I don't see people hating the way that they hate Tom. Frankie, get off of the... No. Baby. You cannot. You gotta pick somewhere to be. My little baby. Okay. No, you can't go back on there. Come on. Come on, baby. Baby. She just keeps trying to sit on the top of the fan of the computer. But yeah, it's different now. Things are different now.
Who never agreed to play a character in the first place. So call it what it actually marriages is a storyline. And now can't quite turn that habit off just because the story got real or expensive or landed on somebody who never agreed to play a character in the first place. So call it what it actually...
Like who? Christina is a character as much as anyone else is a character. Leanne is also a character. But you know, she's just a boring character with not a lot going on. Jasleen, also a character with her own podcast.
Is the Rogan sphere has a wife problem because it normalized marriage as recurring content. And everyone who's taken that deal is now finding out, one at a time, what it costs when the bit stops being a bit. Some, like the Kreischers, haven't been sent the bill yet. Some, like Segura and Christina, get to pay it quietly, on their own terms.
Listen, it's still early. You never know. You never know.
Still standing.
I mean, hopefully for, you know, the sake of peace and for their children's peace. But they're both yappers. Both have podcasts. Both are stand-up comics. Who knows if there'll be like a little jab here and there, or just kind of like, when I was married, my ex, you know, just little things here and there. We don't know.
And some, like Akash and Jasleen, get handed the bill by a total stranger. On a Tuesday, in the form of
everyone's a stranger on the internet.
Somebody else's 3-year-old grudge. This didn't start with a podcast.
If we can't critique strangers, and not even strangers, if we're talking about Myron going after Jasleen to get to Akash.
And it won't end with one either. But podcasts are the first version of this format that runs live, uncut, and forever.
It's not necessarily live, not necessarily uncut.
Grudge. This didn't start with a podcast, and it won't end with one either. But podcasts are the first version of this format that runs live, uncut, and forever. Which means the couples doing it now don't get the one luxury reality TV couples always had, a producer who could still just say cut.
The reality, no, actually that's the opposite. The opposite is that they are completely in control of what they put out there versus reality TV producers they are going to make you look as bad as humanly possible for drama. Oh God, is this why I didn't subscribe? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give him another chance with something else. Let's see. This guy's making me fucking crazy. How did this happen? Well, it's a story as old as time, future telling bullshit. That's... Yeah. I didn't need a whole explanation about the history of what was the history of? I don't even I just remember that he said something in 1960 something or something like that. I don't even remember what the rest of what he said. There were too many extra words that did not need to be there. Like it didn't need to be 21 minutes. You know? Like there was stuff in there that did not need to be. Okay, let's see what I might be interested in. Okay, I feel like we might need the song though. Thank you, Oris, for your one and only Prime for 8 months on Twitch in a row. Guys, if you have any Primes available on Twitch, it would be cool. If you felt like using it here, that would be very cool. That brings us to our 6th Numby, 4 Numbies till Numby time, and $31 minus YouTube's 30% for super chats away from starting Supernatural. No, thank you, Ors. I don't know why that was so delayed.
I like Jessica Pissel Pussy Lips. How about that? How's that, Grib?
Oh my God, was she here for that?
That's
better. Wait, how is that better? We're naming someone specific pussy. Okay.
Jessica, do you still want me to lick your pussy? It's kind of like.
Thank you, Peter, for the 3065, which brings us to 9 Numbies, 1 Numby away, and 1 cent away. We'll check out one more of this guy's videos, and then we'll check out Supernatural. If you aren't there for then, I mean, if we get a cent in between. But here's a lot of stuff. I will put it on my Patreon. I have Backrooms up there. Substance, Interview with a Vampire, lots of stuff. Why are you looking at me like that, Frankie? What are those eyeballs? Okay, let me put on a song while I pick a video. Backrooms might have been the worst movie I've seen in a while. You know, I really like Backrooms. Like, in general, it didn't give me the Backrooms experience. Because I really enjoy Backrooms in general. I feel like it should have been like a series. Where is it?
Like, woo woo. That's a woo.
Thank you, Gray, for the membership on YouTube. That means it's time for the Numby Queen. Okay, 1 second.
It's a bliss, let it jump door kiddies, Lloyd the red cool shreds, it comes to tour the rich, unrealness and nation beds, kneecap, give them a frisk, spur on land, no deep, but we know they've got more than this. Graham Lava, I'm a stroll to the bank, give me Cammy's money and give her my thanks. We'll call it reparations, but then knock you wank. Try to take my money, but I came and collected it back. No, 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 let me hit the father, it's decap, the recap, we have a for a shot. No, 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 let me hit the father. Turn a volley, you like to think that you're fooling everybody, but you're not. Just like the average idiot, your career is gonna rock. Her arm go under cock, yeah, me had a smart cap. My recognition, the raw, the regard, the short, I got the right, now it's chin to the hobby. You wally, the maggie, go to Lisa, love me, love. Come again, can you just come again, go, Kim, a dog, got the cold, on the cock, comes a little kind of rock, roll the cracker, by some fellas from the lower whack. When they see me, chat, I lower and I go, guy. Good shit, man, cause I'm here to stroke guys. While on the road, she look couple of nota. Since they shoot with me, cause I'll take them home, lad. You're bad enough, bad enough. Trying for your sherry, bad enough, bad enough. You thought was momentary, called your bluff, bad enough. Well, fuck the dirty shit, fuck, bad enough. No, 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 let me hell of father. It's the count, the recount, we have a for a shot. No, 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 let me hell of father. Truly shit, proving, won't get leave up against my car.
They shouldn't be playing Glastonbury.
Them to remove this despicable evil which Kneecap represents.
Absolutely not. Sorry, Kneecap.
Shame on Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, I'm a free man! No, 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 let me hell of father. It's the count, the recount, we have a for a shot. No, 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 let me hell of father. Truly shit, proving, won't get leave up against my car. No, 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 let me hell of father. It's the count, the recount, we have a for a shot. No, 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 let me hell of father. Truly shit, proving, won't get leave up against my car.
Good effort, Cammy. Hard lines in the elections, and onwards and upwards. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Okay. Hey tipster, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Numbies, 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 give me your numbies, girl. Numbies, 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 give me your numbies, girl. I need your numbies right now. If you give them, you get paste as a treat. Sweet baby. Getting her day's wages. Just an eager little baby. It's muted? It's not muted. Are you muted? Is it muted for Chazardus? Is it muted for anyone else? Is it just Chazardus being stoned? That's funny. Frankie, so beautiful. Like I heard everything. See, she lunges to it. Look at this Tommy. Baby. I dropped my mic again. Laughing to myself because I just thought about how I think Peter's gonna love Supernatural. Okay, let me pick another video of his cringe compass. Okay. Rogan Spear. Okay, let's watch the anti-woke comedy bubble is cracking. I don't think I watched it. We watched up to 240. If we turned it off, we'll see, we'll see. I'm so glad that I have the lav mic remember to take it off.
And yeah, I'm on my knees so prostrate, 'cause it felt like God to me. And yeah, I'm a fucking crawler. Crawling hurts, but it works for me. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm feeling motherfucking free. I'm feeling motherfucking free. I'm on the way. I know it looks bad, but I'm not way. Alright, the way. No rest for the lamb as he goes all day. I'm on the way. I know it looks bad, but I cannot wait. Alright, the way. No rest for the lamb as he goes all day. Alright, the way. Alright, the way. And yeah, I'm on my knees so prostrate, 'cause it felt like God to me. And yeah, I'm a fucking crawler. Crawling hurts, but it works for me. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm feeling motherfucking free. I'm feeling motherfucking free. Feeling motherfucking free.
Nice. Very cool. All right, we'll do the anti-woke comedy bubble is cracking. Now what should my title be? Anti-woke comedians in shambles. Okay. All right, we're gonna give Cringe Compass another chance, okay? And see if we can remember a reason why I'm not subscribed to him.
Anti-woke meant something. It meant a guy. There was a time when anti-woke meant something. It meant a guy was willing to have Netflix employees walk out over his special. Now it mostly means he has a Patreon. This is a video about a brand, not a person. About what happens when I say what nobody else has the guts to say. Turns into a content calendar.
This is definitely more AI-esque. Yeah, this is way more AI-esque.
And about the fact that lately, the loudest people calling that out aren't outside this world at all. They're other comedians. Quick orientation, because this ecosystem doesn't have a name tag. Call it the Rogan Sphere, a cluster of long-form podcasts and
Yes, it's been the Rogan Sphere for a long time. 12 days ago. Oh, okay. I think it's probably AI, but it was worse. Maybe this is where maybe we did try watching it and then stop.
comedy clubs that grew up
We'll push on.
in and around Joe Rogan's orbit, Austin-based, UFC adjacent, built on 3-hour
so
conversations that treat no filter as the whole product. Guests cross-pollinate, comics headline each other's clubs. The house style leans hard on cancel culture grievance.
How do you feel about that? Like the whole cancel culture?
Well, what it is it's a culture of people being able to express themselves. And when people can express themselves, they can change the way other people feel about things. They can get people upset at things. You can say things that you've never been able to say before. So many people have the ability to express themselves now. So it's like you can get someone fired. Like if you decide that you're going to pile onto someone because you don't like what they said or what they did.
Jokes about the mob.
You know, they figured it out like the mob figured out the lottery. You know, Whitey Bulger won the lottery twice.
Did he really?
Yeah. You know how bold you have to be a gangster in South Boston and not just win the lottery once, but win the lottery twice. Like, see if you can find that.
How do you rig the numbers that big? That's crazy.
I can get away with it. You can kind of get away with stuff before the internet. Before the internet, you could get away with things like that, where you could kind of rig the lottery a couple of times, and everybody's like, "Whitey won again? What the?"
And a recurring pitch that everyone involved is a brave outsider, even while selling out arenas and signing 9-figure platform deals.
Hello, everybody. I have an announcement. The podcast is moving to Spotify. I signed a multi-year licensing agreement with Spotify that will start on September 1st.
And to be fair to the thing before we take it apart, it worked for a while, for real reasons. It gave a generation of comics a clear identity in a crowded market, a lane, a fan base.
I'm feeling like, okay, I feel like this is an amalgamation of other people's videos.
A reason to check this podcast instead of the other 40. Tim Heidecker has been mocking the Rogan adjacent scene for years.
Sometimes do drop into the Joe Rogan show just to, like, if it comes up in my YouTube. The
pounding.
And I was like, oh, see what him and Bob Saget are talking about just for fun. For fun or whatever, just to be like, I always think like, maybe it's a good show, maybe I'll watch it.
I miss you.
And it's so bad. It's such a...
This is very weird. I don't know. This is extremely weird video. Yeah. That didn't seem like... At least this one seemed a little bit more like a person put it together. That just seemed like an AI made the entire thing, you know? If anyone wants to give 1 cent, we could start watching Supernatural. Because I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to try to watch it despite it being AI, but it's just like hurting my head now, you know? It's weird as fuck. I would watch a Different Day Comedy Without Errors Shane Gillis video that he referred to in the video. Listen, okay. Do I have to honor the penny? Can we just start, Peter? Will it feel too much like cheating? Will it be too much cheating? That's convenient that it's on Amazon Prime.
We're just like,
Thank you, Gray, for the Australian $5 super chat. We will do Supernatural. Awesome. Okay. True. Thank you, Gray. If you are not joining us here, I will be uploading it. Awesome. Okay. Please like the stream. If you have been on Twitch or Kick, if you don't mind liking the YouTube stream link here, that would be cool if you felt like it. I'll be back tomorrow and we will probably look at the ABBA ABBA essay allegations. I will see. I'll raid you guys into Jordy. Otherwise, but here's the Kick link. Okay. Go on over to Kick. Go on over to Kick. And Twitch. All right, cool. Let me say thank you to Gray for the Australian 5 and the gifted membership, Peter for the 3065, Oris for the 8 months with your one and only Prime, Peter for the $20 Psych Horrors, Urs for the 7-Eleven Super Chat, Chazardus for being a gender person for 27 months, and Commodore for the 1337 Dickers confesses to looking at child porn. Alert. Yes. Back tomorrow evening.
Like, I don't know if you guys have this experience, but I have pedophiles in my family. Like, I have pedophiles that I have to fucking break bread with every now and then. They were pedophiles in the past, right? Offending pedophiles. In my family. We all have to kind of deal with people who have an attraction to children, who have unhealthy attraction.